Welcome to Dental Unscripted, where Mike Dinzio and Paula Quinn break down the practice ownership journey, one episode at a time. Starting up, buying, and running a successful dental practice.
What up, guys? How you doing? Another episode of Dental Unscripted. We are right in the middle of Dental Shark Week, bringing it back another year. And this week is all about construction, dental construction. So how to build a dental office, all the questions that go into that, all the concerns, challenges, partnerships, and questions that we could get into. We're going to. And so thanks for joining us again, Mike Dinzio, one of the co-founders of Next Level Consultants and co-host of this amazing program. I've got a request, folks, since we're right in the middle of Shark Week. I've got a request, an ask of you. I really need you to give us 5 stars. Hell, if you want to give us 4 stars, I'll take it. But I want you guys to give us some ratings, review us. I talk to you guys. There's hundreds of you out there. Every single day I'm getting positive feedback on the program, yet we only have 10 reviews. What in the heck? Please get on your program, whatever you're into. If it's Apple, Spotify, I don't care. Just hit the 5 stars or 4, whatever. I just need more ratings. All right. That's my ask of you before we get the program started. So without further ado, today, I am interviewing another friend and partner, someone that I've done a lot of business with over the years, a fantastic dental contractor in the Colorado market, Chad Hill with Hill Commercial Construction. Chad, what's up? How you doing, brother? Thanks for being on the program.
I'm good, Mike. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. It's good to see you.
Yeah, man. It's been a minute since I've seen you. You look great. Chad and I did a lot of projects while we were when I was at B of A in Colorado. So he's primarily serving the Colorado market, and he has done some work nationally. And he's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to anything really construction related. I ask him questions all the time. He'll can vouch, like, Chad, just saw this, not sure what that is, and he'll pop me off the answer. So today, it's all about Chad Hill and Hill Commercial Construction. So, Chad, why don't you give us just like a literally a 2-minute like elevator kind of pitch on you and how you got where you got and the company and what makes you guys so great.
Yeah, you got it. I grew up in the construction trades. My dad was owned a small residential concrete company. And worked for him from the time I was 15 until 27 when I graduated college. Not a doctor, but took me a hot minute, and got a construction management degree from Colorado State University, bachelor in construction management. Great program, love it. It's one of the best in the country, and it's fed a lot of high quality construction companies, not only in Colorado but throughout the country. I started with a small GC, a friend of my dad's golfing, like, as we all know, golfing for work, right? That does lead to contacts. And it's like, hey, why don't you check this guy out? And I met my mentor. The best part of it was tangible progress. I'd show up. There'd be a bad driveway, a bad patio, bad steps. When I left, it looked perfect. And really proud of the work we did. And I got to work closely with my dad, which was fantastic. So it's funny. You push paper all day and you're like, I don't know if I did anything today, but when I poured concrete, I could walk away and go, that's what I did today. So
yeah. Well, I know that was a special like time in your life because you and your dad were super close. That's special. That's super cool. I didn't know that story, buddy. All these years, I didn't know that story about you.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that when when did Hill Commercial jump into the dental scene?
Yeah, so it's funny. I was doing that. My father-in-law was expanding. He was literally expanding from a retail strip that he had been in for 25 years to a pad site. So my father-in-law trusted us to build his dental office. And we did that, and it was a really easy crossover. So I kind of cultivated that market, did a bunch of work in there while I worked for Vonnie. And then I stayed about 8 months. I did a couple big projects, and I just went to him and I said, hey, I got to strike out on my own if you're going to stay here. I tried to get him to leave, but he wouldn't leave. So with no sense, no money, no idea what I was getting into, I started a construction company. My wife created our logo, which is super simple and super cool. And
here you are. Here you are, one of the biggest dental contractors in dental. I think that's a great pivot point to really start diving into some of these dental projects and all the things that you've learned since 2007 and just all the practices that you've been a part of, the knowledge that you have now from that journey that you just shared to getting into dental. The first question, Chad, that I have, buddy, is, when you're looking at a startup, like a lot of our viewers and listeners are startups, right? And they're trying to figure out where the best place is to go. And they're looking at demographics and they're doing a business plan with me or whatever. And we finally find a space. I think that one of the highest values of a GC is looking at that space and really helping us determine if it's the right space. Can you just get into a little bit of the things that you look at in the due diligence process that you think is important for a dentist to look at, for a GC to be looking at, to help maybe the real estate guy negotiate or for a dentist to think about before they actually take this space on for 10 years or more?
Yeah, 100%. I usually encourage clients, whether they come to me first or they come to me second, I always say, hey, pick 2 or 3 spots that kind of meet your needs, square footage wise, geography wise, demographic wise. I'll visit each one. I'll evaluate each one. I'll produce for you pros and cons of each. Hey, need to update ADA accessibility at location A. Location B is a little too big. We need to see if the landlord will subdivide it. Location C, gosh, great building, good bones, built a little older, probably going to run into some asbestos, so it's going to raise some cost. We look at what kind of infrastructure they have. And so when I say infrastructure, I mean dental, sewer, HVAC units, water tap, what's available currently, and then what are they going to need to put into the space to make it a working dental space.
Love it.
So we evaluate each site, and then I kind of say, here's my thoughts. This is my favorite, but I'm not attached in any way. I'll make anyone work. Just know here are the pros and cons. Some will cost you money, some will save you money, but ultimately location's important, right? Line of sight's important. So.
Hey guys, Mike Dencio here with Dental Unscripted. Just reminding you guys that, hey, the full episode is over at Dental Unscripted. You might be listening and actively listening to our other channels, but I want to make sure you get over to our new channel that we're condensing and consolidating everything into. It's called Dental Unscripted. You can catch that on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, whatever you're into. But I don't want you to miss any future releases. It's super important that you subscribe. So check that out right now. The entire vision of Dental Unscripted is to bring you guys practice management tips, along with what we've been putting out with startup and acquisition tips. We're now getting a lot of you guys that own practices, and there's a lot to tell you guys about as it relates to owning and running and managing your first time owning a practice. So again, thank you so much for being a part of the program. I've been doing this, since COVID, almost 5 years now, and we love it. It's a passion of ours. We feel like it's a way for us to give back. And anyways, I would hate for you guys to miss out on any future episodes. So if you're into this episode and don't want to miss any others, jump over to Dental Unscripted, and we'll see you over there. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye.